Don't miss CCGCastle.com, best place for Pokemon trading card game. You can find singles for standard, legacy or expanded format, sealed products like booster box, teams, team decks. With TCG Center 5 code, you will get 5% discount on your purchase. Check video description or visit CCGCastle. Hello, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we have another deck for the standard format featuring the latest cards in the Fates Collate, and this is a Machamp-EX. So Machamp-EX from the ancient origins, if you didn't know, 180 HP fighting Pokemon with crazy hammer, 3 retreat cost, weakness on the Psychics, and that steaming med attack. So basically, with the steaming med, you can hit for 20 times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon, and after that, Machamp is confused. So steaming med can hit for a lot of damage depending on how many damage counters you have on it. Crazy hammer, 80 plus 80 if you are affected with a special condition. Then remove all special conditions from this Pokemon. So if you want to play this, you should definitely play it with the Ariados. Poisonous Nest can definitely make you poisoned. And pretty much you can hit for 160 and leave your opponent poisoned, which can definitely end lower HP X's with 170, or those with 180 you can finish with the Fighting Fury Belt. Except for the Evil EX, he needs to be attacked with a Muscle Band, but I'm not running Muscle Band in this version of the deck. So also, to accelerate this Machamp, I'm also running 4 copies of Max Elixir, so I can hit turn 1 with Machamp, because I also have those Float Stones and Forest with the Giant Plants, which can help me to have Ariados turn 1 in play. So 10 Pokemons in total. I also running 2 Shaymins with a setup, so I can actually set up on my turn 1. So the main attacker and the only attacker is Machamp. Running other cards like Escape Rope. If you play against Jolteon-EX, for example, you need to switch him to remove that ability from it that can actually says that if Jolteon-EX attacks you, you're not able to attack if you're basic Pokemon. 2 copies of Level Ball, which can help me to get my Ariados turn 1 onto play. 4 copies of Max Elixir, which can help me to charge my Machamp turn 1 for 170 knockout. Super Rod ×1. 4 copies of Trainers Mail, which can also help me to accelerate a little bit more to my deck. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, definitely good choice, because with Korrina I can grab Ultra Ball and play my Shaymin-EX. Also 4 copies of V-Seekers, and 4 copies of V-Seekers from item cards. From supporter cards, I'm running single AZ, so I can remove Shaymin or damage Machamp from play. Copy of Hex Maniac, so I can shut down those Greninja's abilities, Wild Plumes, stuff like that. 3 Korrinas, search my deck. I can search my deck for Machamp and 1 item card like Ultra Ball or something else that I need in the situation. Single Lysandre, 2 Ants, and 2 Professor Sycamore. So only 4 drop supporters actually in this deck, which is a little bit scary. Copy of Xerosic. With it, I can discard 2, all special energy attached to any Pokemon in play. 3 copies of Forest of the Giant Plant. 2 Fighting Fury Belts, so I can have 220 HP on my Machamp. I can also attack for 10 more damage. 2 copies of Float Stones for the free retreat, and 11 Fighting Energies in total. I mean, I don't play Fighting Energies, fighting strong energies, because I cannot play for that Crazy Hammer, Max Elixir, because I can only pick basic energies. So yeah, pretty interesting deck list. Before I go to the deck test, as usual, if you're looking for any of these cards, find them on CCGCastle.com. I provide you the link in the video description. So if you're looking for any of them, you can get them with the 5% discount on your purchase by typing TCG Center 5 code. So let's go straight ahead to the gameplay so you can actually see this deck. Alright, so welcome to the game test. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I hope I can win this matchup. And also I can show you turn 1 Machamp power. So I'm starting with double Machamp and double Spinarak with Professor Sycamore and 2 V-Seekers in my hand. On the other side, I'm playing against Greninja Break, and I also saw that my opponent plays some type of the colorless Pokemon in his deck, so I would assume it's a Miltank. So Miltank is definitely good because it's a with powerful friends for single energy, you can hit for 80 if you have stage 2 Pokemon in play. So there's a Hex Maniac. Wow, Quellfish, very interesting. So I'm forced to play my Sycamore on my turn 1. I don't have another option. So 10 energies in my deck, 2 Shaymins. Alright, so I don't have another option. I need to go with my Professor Sycamore. There is at least Forest of the Giant Plant. And I can also grab my Ariados. So Forest of the Giant Plant into my Ariados. Trainers Mail, hopefully I can hit maybe a Max Elixir. So Max Elixir right here are definitely good. Will there be a second energy on my Machamp? Yes, it would be. So Shaymin-EX for extra setup, so I can set up for 4 more cards. Maybe I can hit another Ultra Ball or something like that for additionally Shaymin-EX. There's a Trainers Mail. Oh, I see one more Max Elixir actually right here, so I can use that definitely. Float Stone. I don't know if I want to use Float Stone. I'm going forward with my Ultra Ball for Lysandre and Fighting Energy. So I can grab one more Shaymin-EX. How many V-Seekers I have left? 2 of them. Alright, so that's not bad. With the Shaymin-EX, maybe I can hit Escape Rope. I actually didn't watch if I have Escape Rope in my deck. So I need to be sure about that. Another Trainer's Mail. It's all about setting up on your turn 1, basically. If you can set up turn 1, you're pretty much good to go. So there's another Max Elixir, and this is another energy card for my Machamp. I guess I can throw a treat right now with my Float Stone onto Machamp. And pretty much pass the turn. So for the next turn I can one-hit knock out that Quellfish even without putting the poison on myself. So yeah, I'm ready right here to do a lot of damage. And even my opponent looking, and he's a little bit confused. But yeah, this Machamp is... and yeah, he just passes the game. Alright, so let's go to another game. So welcome back to game number 2. I'm calling the heads, and I won the coin flip. So I can start first. Okay, so no basic Pokemon for me. Same thing for my opponent. Again, I don't have basic. Thank God I don't have basic. I mean, my hand looks so bad. But my opponent actually has, so he can set up. And he can draw 1 extra card because I didn't have basic Pokemon on my turn 1. Let's see. I think that the best start is maybe double Machamp or even Spinarak. And Machamp on the bench is not that bad, so let's see. I can play Korrina turn 1 for maybe another Machamp and Ultra Ball. Oh, there's a Float Stone, not bad. I also have that Forest of the Giant Plant. So, Machamp and Korrina. Korrina for Ultra Ball. Alright, so I can put down my Machamp, I can attach my Float Stone, and I can go with my Ultra Ball for 1 energy and AZ for that Shaymin-EX. I can get 6 cards easily. Let's see, can I find maybe something like Max Elixir and another Ultra Ball? That's at least something. Yeah, I'm going to take that Professor Sycamore just in case for the next turn. I'm going also to play Ultra Ball for another Shaymin-EX. Before I decide to go with the Shaymin, I need to play my Super Rod so I can put back those energies in my deck. And the question is, do I even want to play 1 more Machamp or not? I'm just looking forward to go with 1 Shaymin-EX. Oh, very nice. There's a Spinarak into the Ariados. For the turn 1, I can leave my opponent Shaymin poisoned. And I'm going to pass. So far so good. For the next turn, all I really need is 1 Max Elixir so I can put it onto my Machamp and attach that Fighting Energy. I was actually not able to hit that Max Elixir, so unfortunately I will need something like, oh, 2 V-Seekers discarded, that's the shame. I will need definitely for next turn a fresh hand of the 7 cards with my Professor Sycamore, but maybe I just take a risk with Korrina, I still don't know. Professor Sycamore for the fresh hand of the 7. So both Manectrics took that Spirit Link, so they're probably going to be Mega Manectrics. And I don't know how my opponent can win this. Oh, he can definitely win with the Regis. That's his only bet. But if I can have a V-Seeker for Lysandre pretty much 3 turns in a row, I can actually easily win that. So there's another setup for some extra cards. And he's actually down to 32 cards. And there's a Escape Rope. Interesting. Who is going to came in the front? Probably Machamp. And there is a Manectric, so I can take 20 damage with the Overrun. Alright. A Fighting Fury Belt. And Fighting Energy. I will leave that Machamp down to the bench, and I'm going forward with my Professor Sycamore. So there is a Float Stone, which is very good, but can I hit one Max Elixir? Come on. Where are my Max Elixirs? I cannot believe that I didn't hit a single Max Elixir in this game. Never mind, I can retreat down to my another Machamp, and I think this is enough for the knockout. 100 damage. Nope. Yep, 100 with the weakness. And I'm confused. So, yeah, very sketchy. So there's a Lighting Energy and a Fighting Fury Belt down to the Regis. Will there be a Mega Manectric? Not sure. There is a Articuno. He can heal 30, which is logical. And Professor Sycamore. Alright, so there's a Mega Manectric. I know that I can definitely take for the next turn maybe Escape Rope with my Korrina and take knockout on some Pokemon that my opponent have in play. Or I can just try to take a risk by flipping a coin on the Crazy Hammer. But again, if I get Tails, I will do nothing. There's a Lysandre. Maybe he's going to play Lysandre and knock out the Shaymin-EX. Nope, just a Turbo Bolt for 110. Alright. Energy goes down to Regis, and it's my turn. Yeah, at least I can remove that Stadium from play, and I will take that Korrina, that's for sure. I don't need Pokemon, I'm only looking forward for maybe Max Elixir. But the question is, can I hit the energy card? Yep, I can. So 1 energy down to Machamp. And I'm going just straight forward with the steaming mode. If I can hit heads, nope. I'm confused, so I will definitely be knocked out next turn. So I was not able to hit the heads. And you can just get the double colorless energy, attach it to the Regis, and use that resistance blizzard. But that's probably not going to happen. And there's a Fighting Fury Belt for that Articuno and a Turbo Bolt for the knockout. I mean, I can grab 2 prizes right now, that's for sure, by knocking out that Mega Manectric. And then again, I need something like a V-Seeker for the Lysandre, and who knows if I can do that. I don't need to use my Ariados poison because Manectric is weak, so I can do easily 2 prizes here. Will there be a V-Seeker? Let's see, Max Elixir and Fighting Fury Belt. Well, at least I can start to charge my another Machamp-EX, but right now that Resistance Blizzard will hit me for 80. Next turn I'm going to be a knock it out, that's for sure. But there is a Trainer's Mail. So, Max Elixir for energy card. Another energy and Fighting Fury Belt, Trainer's Mail. Can I find the V-Seeker? Yes, I can find V-Seeker, so I can knock out another Mega Manectric that my opponent have in play. So, Poisonous Nest. And this is going to be a knockout. Crazy Hammer for 160 plus times 2, 320. I'm not poisoned anymore, and I can grab 2 more extra prizes. I need 1 more V-Seeker, so there's another Max Elixir and Korrina for V-Seeker, so which is good. So I will probably win this if my last V-Seeker is not in the prize cards, but if it's in the prize cards, I don't know how to win that. So, Resistance Blizzard for the knockout. I'm going in the front with my Ariados. And I'm going to play that Korrina. Do I have V-Seeker? Yes, I still have 1 left. Alright, so V-Seeker. Energy. Max Elixir. Who is going to take that energy card? Probably Machamp. I will leave my opponent active Rage is poisoned. And I will retreat down to my Machamp. And I can also right now knock him out, I think, or maybe not. No, I can't. I can actually. It says during your opponent next turn, prevent all effects of attack including damage down to this Pokemon. It's not like the it was not on the bench, so I totally forget about that. So there's a Trainer's Mail. If you can hit N, then I can be in trouble. But if he cannot ends me, I can just play my V-Seeker for Lysandre and knock out the Shaymin-EX next turn. And pretty much that's GG in that case. Oh, there's a AZ, so yeah, definitely this is a GG Resistance Blizzard for 80, but then again I can just use my V-Seeker for that Lysandre and take last 2 prize knockouts over that Shaymin-EX. So luckily the last of 4 V-Seekers was not in the prize, and I managed to win this. Alright, Crazy Hammer and the knockout. So let's try to play 1 more game before final conclusion for this Machamp-EX deck. Alright, so the game number 3 is underway. I won that coin flip, so I'm starting first again. By going first, I can actually, again, try to set up on my turn 1 as fast as I can with my Max Elixirs and accelerate my Machamp, maybe try to set up my Ariados so I can start to take some knockouts on my turn 2. 3 times in a row, no basic Pokemon, that means 3 extra cards for my opponent, and finally I'm able to find one of my Machamps. This is very nice hand, I cannot get better, I guess. So I have Float Stone for the Spinarak, I have Energy, and I have Shaymin. Maybe I can even play Ultra Ball for V-Seeker and top deck card. In that case I can have perfect setup for the 6 cards. It will depend on how many... oh, Korrina, even better. So, let it be... let it be Korrina first. For another Machamp. And for one of my Max Elixirs. So it's a Max Elixir and it's a energy card. So 2 energies already on my Machamp. Shaymin-EX for the setup. Setup for 4 extra cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fighting Fury Belt. Ultra Ball for Machamp and Fighting Energy. For 1 more Spinarak. And I can play 1 more Shaymin-EX for 5 extra cards. I mean, it's Greninja Break, and it can actually easily knock out my Ariados, so that's the reason why I decide to go with something like this. So there is another Trainers Mail for Level Ball, and with my Level Ball I can actually, for the next turn, grab Ariados and have it ready for attack. I also have a wee Seeker in my hand, but I actually decide to attach 1 energy to my another Machamp instead of this one with the Crazy Hammer. And in this situation I might not be able to take the knockout next turn. It will depend on what I can top deck. Maybe that was a little misplay, maybe not. I mean, I will see that, that's for sure. So Trainer's Mail for my opponent, ×2. That Froakie with a bubble can flip a coin, and if he gets heads he can paralyze me, but he will definitely try to find Frogadier with Wally turn 1 and tries to go onto Water Duplicate for something like 2 or 3 more of Frogadiers, but nope, there's a Ultra Ball for another Froakie and energy card probably for that bubble. And Professor Sycamore, yeah, so it's going to be a bubble. He discarded 1 of his Greninja. There's also Muscle Band. Not sure why he didn't attach Muscle Band and a Float Stone. This is a Jirachi with a Stardust. Thank God I'm not playing any of these special energies, and it's my turn. Max Elixir as a top deck. Unfortunately, no energy card. Level Ball. And yeah, right now I can just say myself why I attach that energy onto the other Machamp instead of the Machamp, instead of the another Machamp. I just don't know why I did that. So I'm going to grab what kind of supporter card. Maybe Trainer's Mail is the best thing that I can get right here. So Trainer's Mail. Alright, at least I found that N, which I can actually use next turn, and I can definitely just pass. It would be definitely easily more easy if I didn't attach that energy onto my another Machamp. And I was thinking something like, well, I should definitely top deck 1 more energy card next turn, or with the Shaymin setup, and I'd be able actually to attack with my Machamp, but I misplayed that, and there's another V-Seeker for my opponent for another Professor Sycamore, so let's see what he's going to discard. A quick analyze. Oh, 3 of Greninjas in his discard pile. This does not look promising for him, but unfortunately he can just put him back with Super Rod or Secret Ash. Where is Frogadier? My opponent probably asked himself. And finally he managed to find that Ultra Ball, so he can grab Frogadier, play that Water Duplicate, put down to the bench 2 more Frogadiers, and start to attack maybe next turn. So a very slow start from him, but at the end he managed to find those Frogadiers. But the bad thing for him is that 3 Greninjas of 4 are in his discard pile. Alright, so I'm going with my N right here. Hopefully I can find a... Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I was not able to find an energy card. And this is not happening right now. This is definitely not happening right now. I don't know what to say. I mean, this is not happening, definitely. I mean, I will definitely poison this Frogadier and myself so I can have actually some damage for the next turn. Well, I totally misplayed. This game should actually be over like 5 minutes ago. And right now I need to be worried about, can I actually even win this? So there's Trainers Mail, what he can find with the Trainers Mail Evo Soda. Alright, so with the Evo Soda he can actually evolve into Remoraid, into Octillery. So he can get that Abyssal Hand for some extra cards. That's definitely something I would do. If of course you don't have another Greninja, because 3 Greninjas are already in his discard pile. Alright, there's a Water Shuriken Greninja. He can start to spread some damage around the board. But all I really need is a single energy card, and I hope that I can next turn get one of my energies. There's a Lysandre. Alright, so who is going to be promoted in the front? Oh, Spinarak. Alright, so I mean, yeah, with the Miss Slash you can just easily knock him out for the 50. I was just looking to maybe play Ultra Ball next turn, so I can actually have another Ariados in the play, but it looks like it's not going to happen. And finally I managed to find a energy card, and I'm going to retreat down to my Machamp. Play that Poisonous Nest. Play that Super Rod so I can put back my Ariados in play. That's very crucial. And I'm going to use my Ultra Ball for Escape Rope, definitely. For Spinarak. And I'm thinking like maybe VS Seeker. Probably VS Seeker. I'm not going to play that Float Stone yet. VS Seeker for N, so I can get fresh hand of a 6 cards. That Greninja is going to fall down. Oh, thank God there's another Level Ball, so if that Greninja falls down without Super Rod, I don't know how my opponent can win this. Unfortunately for him, this is probably GG for him. I also have that Hex Maniac for the next turn, and this is Crazy Hammer for 160, 170. Even enough to knock out that Greninja break from the 1 hit, and I'm going to take extra prize, and it's a AZ, so he's going in the front with the Remoraid. 3 Greninjas right now, again in his discard pile. There is another Frogadier and Professor Sycamore, so he is going down to the 9 cards, and he was forced even to discard one of his Greninja breaks. There is Octillery, but that's pretty much all for him, I guess. He desperately needs that Super Rod, so there is a Ultra Ball. Will there be another Greninja that will be able to come into play? I don't know, but even if it comes into play, I have that Hex Maniac ready. No Greninja, no game for my opponent, so probably this is just big GG. Yeah, I mean, Abyssal Hand for 2 extra cards. He desperately needs that Super Rod or another Secret Dash, but I don't know how many Secret Dashes and Super Rods he played. Probably maybe just one, maybe 2 Secret Dashes, maybe just 1, I really don't know. And there's a Jirachi with the Stardust, but even that Jirachi cannot do pretty much nothing. Yeah, I mean, all I can do right here is play Hex Maniac, so I can also shut down my opponent's ability and use Crazy Hammer for the knockout. Even if he's able to find Greninja next turn, he is not able to play its ability. I also shut down his Octillery ability, so he cannot use his Abyssal Hand, which is also a problem for him. And yeah, I mean, from this point of the game, I don't know how to win this, because all of his Greninjas are in the prize cards, and there's Ace Trainer, so he can force me down to the 3 cards, and he is drawing 6 cards instead of the hand that he had. And I actually get V-Seeker and Lysandre, which is definitely good. Right here, I will just get rid of that Octillery. Crazy Hammer for 170 once again. I mean, if I didn't misplayed earlier with that crazy energy attachment to my another Machamp, this game would probably be over like 10 minutes ago, but at the end you can see how this deck actually works, and you can see how good and how fast it could be and how strong it could be. So there is another end, so I'm going down again to the 3 cards, but that's pretty much GG. I can say that. I can say, oh, there's a Secret Dash. So he finally hit that Secret Dash, and we are back in the game. I still need to take 3 more prizes. So we are finally back in the game, back in the action. So he's down to 2 cards. But yeah, I mean, 1 Fisherman and you can get back energies into your hand. So what he's going to put, probably 3 Greninja, or maybe 2 Greninjas, Greninja Break, and maybe 1 line of the Octillery. But I wouldn't go with Octillery. I should just go straight away with 3 Greninjas, Greninja Break, and I mean 4 Greninjas. I didn't see that there is 1 more, so it's probably a reverse holo and a regular holo. Alright, very interesting. And who knows, maybe he even hit 1 more Super Rod, so he could put some more energies from his Disco Ball into his deck. But if he plays Fisherman, and I would assume that he had it Fisherman, he can also put some energies back into his hand. So very, very interesting. And my best bet is to go with N, I guess. Not an N, V-Seeker for Hex Maniac. I guess that's my best option right here to survive a little bit more. So Hex Maniac. And oh, so yeah, he actually decided to give me a victory after he subbed Hex Maniac. So once again, there is the full deck list if you're looking to build it. Definitely interesting deck to play. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So yeah, sorry for that misplay that I made. I'm very tired. It's like midnight right here, and I was trying to do my best by recording this. It was actually pretty hard to find a decent opponent. Pretty much when I set up turn 1, all 90% of my opponents would just leave the game. But yeah, thank you for watching. Once again, there's a full deck list, so I hope you enjoy watching it. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. Let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day. See you in the next video, and goodbye.